In a report on the effects of natural disasters and recovery efforts to the government's monthly meeting for July, Minister of Labor and Social Welfare, Madam Baykham Khattiya unveiled that the government believes that at least 40 billion kip will be needed to repair the damage caused by floods this year, although the full extent of losses is not yet known. In a report on the effects of natural disasters and recovery efforts to the government's monthly meeting for July, Minister of Labor and Social Welfare, Madam Baykham Khattiya highlighted the successful efforts of authorities to assist people affected by natural disasters, as well as the limited budget available for this work. According to her, funding came from a disaster fund set up to promptly assist people affected by natural disasters while also speeding up economic recovery. Money also came from the government's budget, while ministry would source more funding from the general public to ensure that sufficient financial resources were available to fast-track support to people in need. She said the government has already provided some financial support to affected families and to help restore damaged property. Over 3,000 people have been affected by floods so far, and 2 people have died. Houses and roads have been damaged, and hundreds of hectares of land have been inundated, mainly in Sayaburi, Baykham, Vientiane, Sieng Khwang, and Luang Prabang Tha provinces, and in Luang Prabang City. In Sayaburi province, more than 5,200 households were affected, and nearly 20 houses were swept away by flood waters. In Savannakhet, authorities are collecting information on the impacts of flooding. Provincial authorities are still working to repair bridges and roads and facilitate the work of volunteers in distributing money, food, and clothing. Many people have moved to higher ground and are staying with relatives or friends until they can return home. Some of the roads cut off by flooding are now passable, and landslides have been cleared so that communication networks are operating normally. Officials, the police, the soldiers, and volunteers are working around the clock to assist households that have been severely affected by floods after heavy rain last weekend. Flood victims in many areas still need help with health services, hygiene and sanitation, and the provision of general consumer items. The government has asked organizations and businesses as well as individuals throughout the country to give what they can in the way of cash donations to help those in need. The ministry will continue to receive donations for as long as assistance is needed and has not set a specific target, with people encouraged to give what they can afford.